is raining, but I'm not wet because of the double shade cloth. I love this thing. Today is a bad day. I have doubts, increasing obligations, and a lack of priority. And I do not do well without priorities. I also I managed to not get the CPAP onto my face until 1 a.m. again. I don't know how or why this keeps happening. Also, somehow, I look very old today. And like a bit of a madman. I do have a haircut scheduled for next week. I probably need it by then. Hell, I need it now. The doubts are coming from being human and not getting enough sleep, which is fair enough. The increasing obligations being the mapping class, which is kicking my ass and is due way sooner than I thought it was. And my dad going on the warpath and has already asked me to do paperwork. Then there's the whole self-loathing thing where I must perform or, feelings. And the lack of priority comes from the fact that I'm not working at my full capacity and I hates it. If I split life up into three things, there's health, education, and progress. My health right now is lose as much weight as quickly as possible, which I'm doing with the fasting. Education is clearly university and a few other things that I've been doing here and there. 3. Progress. Realistically, I've got nothing on that one. I mean, there is the Bog Rot book, but that was primarily motivated because my dad was a depressed sack of crap. But now that he's on the warpath, he should be fine. I know what he's like. He's got something to do. He'll sink his teeth into it. And that's good, which is awesome. Yay. But less motivated to do the Bog Rot book. Now, being published would be good for me. Some kind of credibility. You'd think it'd make sense to do something in farming, but quite frankly, that's a very small niche. There's already a lot of books out, and I am not educated enough to write a book on that. Like, I just don't know enough. However, I'm definitely an expert on getting yourself out of depression, and that is a much broader market. So if I do well there, I do very well. Theoretically. I mean, the self-help industry is huge, and my take on it would be very different to whatever else is out there. So, higher potential than you'd think. Also, I would technically have something to sell on my YouTube channel, which I do kind of want to push a little bit, as like a landing page. But I'm a perfectionist, and maybe there's something else I could be doing with my time, like making money. But my schedule just probably doesn't allow for that. But maybe I could find something that'd get me more educated and smarter and money and purpose until, I leave for Africa. Something I could sink my teeth into. Maybe. So I'm finding it difficult to focus in on the Bog Rot book when there's a potential maybe out there. So, logically, the best thing I can do is 50% to the Bog Rot book and 50% to increasing my network. Because even if I find something perfect to do, there's a good chance there will be some downtime which I can use to write the book. Yeah. Okay. Networking and writing, which writing is technically a form of networking anyway, if you think about it long term enough. I hate the doubt that comes with ADHD. It's not fun. So I assume people without ADHD get doubt, but it's still not fun. 6:30 p.m. I've done 2 lectures. I had to cycle between watching the lectures and watching something fun and entertaining on YouTube because I can't do coffee. It's the only way to stay awake. I just finished a Zoom call and I feel slightly more awake, and I've got one lecture left. 7:30, done the lecture, gonna go home. So, I saw a video earlier today, and it was just some bullshit YouTuber with less subscribers than me. But he said something. He said perfectionism is fueled by shame. And as a perfectionist, I didn't know how I feel about that. But then I thought about it all fucking day, and that checks out. Which is really interesting because I made a table of emotions and how they relate to survival, and I put down shame as a loss of status. And I typically don't give a fuck about my social status. But the loss of perceived status, I suppose, is a bit different to actual status. So effectively, perfectionism is seeing yourself as at the top of the ladder, even if you're not, and needing to be perfect means that you think you're better than everyone else. Which, yeah, that's kind of what has stopped me from jumping off a cliff multiple times. Like, rah, 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 I'm just better than them, rah. Yeah. I don't know what I can do with that. Is that a personality trait that's baked in now? Because I'm not young. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Good morning, it's Thursday. I slept in, I feel great. Do not have enough time for the gym, but that's okay. Because I slept, and that's amazing. Got 10 minutes into class and I felt a little nauseous, but I've got some salt. Might help, might not. The general idea is just salt to taste. And going by taste, I don't need any more salt. Went to the ecology class, finished the prac, handed it up, wrote one page of the bog rock book, and now I'm in the other classroom an hour early because apparently I forgot it. But never fear, I've got editing to do. Okay, I've done my geology class, played with some soil. Dad called, there's been a change of plans. We're not going anywhere Friday night / Saturday, so I've got an entire weekend free to myself, which I'm going to dedicate to the mapping class. Which means tonight I need to figure out what the fuck I actually need to do. And because I'm not firing on all cylinders just yet because of lack of sleep and not eating, I'm going to break my fast now. I'm just outside of the shops and I need to make a plan because shops are bad. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna go get a pack of raw chicken tendies, nothing prepped or nothing. Maybe some salady bits, and walk out because I've got eggs at home. That's it, 2 things, maybe. So I've got bok choy, chicken, prawns because they were on special. Now don't judge me. Vegan meat. On special. Now I do not approve of vegan food or the vegan lifestyle. However, that costs $3 without the discount. And I'm just curious. I have checked the ingredients list. There's only like 10 grams of carbohydrates in the whole thing, which is very low. And I was going to have to mix some psyllium husk with all of this anyway. So I'm counting that as okay to try. I do not approve of veganism. I do approve of science, and this is good. Like genuinely good. Could also be because I haven't eaten in 2 days. Pretty happy with that, saving the chicken for tomorrow. I've got a vague idea of what I need to do for my mapping class. It's going to be a hell of a lot of work. I changed the password to my professional email, the new one, and I have put that email on an app on my phone. I have also discovered that eating after 2 days, eating a full meal after 2 days with no eating is dumb. I should possibly consider spreading out my 3 days of fasting. I have come across something called the 5-2 rule, where you eat for 5 days a week and then you eat much less for 2 days a week, but you spread them out. I could do the 4-3 because I'm more aggressive than everyone else because I'm a crazy person. Alright, shower, Duolingo, fill out the diary, edit this video, go to bed. Peace, bitches.